Sup, pup? Joey G in the place to be, chilling like Bobby Dillon. What's going on? TGIF, right? Friday. Very good. Very happy. Florida Panthers win Stanley Cup tonight. I hope and pray, and I think they will. I don't think it's going Game 7. Because if it goes Game 7, I think Edmonton will win. But Florida Panthers tonight. On the more news, J.J. Redick, the new Lakers head coach, 40-year deal. Wow. J.J. Redick. I don't know how that fits in to the Lakers system, and I don't really care because I'm not a Lakers fan. I just saw it on ESPN before I came in to do a show, or else I probably wouldn't have even fucking recorded it. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse my language. I'm very, very sorry. But yeah, J.J. Redick, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, and where do you go from there? I don't think LeBron's going to stay there. Maybe he will. Redick kisses his ass. ESPN kisses the Lakers' ass. That's all ESPN in the mornings ever about is about the Lakers. It's all they talk about is the freaking Lakers. Who cares about the Lakers? Seriously. Damn. I don't understand. Speaking of the Lakers, the show Winning Time, the show Winning Time about the Lakers dynasty, HBO, the first season, not that good. The second season, pretty good. And the star and my favorite character in the whole show is Larry Bird. He kills it. He's just, what you have to eat before the game, Larry? Food. Who's going to help you win the game, Larry? The players. He's just great, Larry Bird. That's just me. You know what I mean? He's my favorite character in that whole show, Winning Time. But even if season 1's not bad, it's the rise of the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like they got that show now out called Clipped about, basically that should be called Clipped, should be Losing Time. The Los Angeles Clippers, like Winning Time's the Lakers, Losing Time the Clippers. That's the way it should be. You know what I mean? But anyway, by the way, the Sixers are going to sign Paul George. I think that Paul George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey will be great. And I wouldn't mind trading and getting Jimmy Butler either. Even getting Russell Westbrook. We got to win, and we got to win now. No more freaking processes. That's it. Okay, wrestling. Let's get on the WWE. The WYATT 6. We know who they are now. It's Bo Dallas, his Uncle Howdy. Eric Rowan, the Ramblin' Rabbit. Husky the Pig Harris, Joe Gacy. He's from NXT. And what's the other one? Husky Joe Harris. And then there is, let me see, I got it written down right here. Abby the Witch Sister Abigail is Nikki Cross. And Mercy the Buzzard is Dan Spivey. No, it's not Dan Spivey. The Mercy the Buzzard is Dexter Lumis, the guy who was, stalking the Miz years ago. Waylon Mercy, shout outs, because Waylon Mercy originally, if you know wrestling, was the character basically Bray Wyatt was basing himself on, and the dude from Cape Fear. So, yeah, the WYATT 6, it looked like Chad Gable was murdered, like anybody who's seen it. I'm sure even people that don't even watch wrestling, saw him, the WYATT 6, the Wyatt family, took over Monday Night Raw when the lights went out and everything. It looked like an NWO takeover from the Attitude Era. It was freaking great. And, that Chad Gable, everybody looking there, sitting there like he's dead. It even has a fake death report. We know he's not dead, So where do you go from here? And I know wrestling. And I know, and booking wrestling, booking, if you're not familiar with the term booking, when I say booking wrestling, it means how you're booking the matches, how the finish, the script, basically. How the match is going to go, how it's going to end, what's going to go on in the match, who's going to run in, who's going to be the winner, who's going to go over, who's going to get their hand raised. That's what booking means. How do you book this? And you book storylines, but how do you book this? You just basically freaking had a murder scene on Monday Night Raw. Like when Vince McMahon blew up in a limo in 2007. And then they had to stop that storyline because Chris Benoit murder-suicide his whole family, and they had to, kill that whole storyline. And Vince McMahon was in the ring the next week, standing there and how it is from there, you know what I mean? He had to stay. I was involved in the storyline. And I'm going off into another corner, but I'm trying to make a point there. Where do you go from here now with the WYATT 6? Like SmackDown's tonight. Now, Chad Gable really got shot and killed, like it says, Uncle Howdy, most likely Uncle Howdy shot and killed him on Monday Night Raw. This is what it says. This is where wrestling's going. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. Like, where do you start off tonight? Do you start off with a friggin' memorial for Chad Gable? Or is the friggin' Wyatt family just going to come in and friggin' just take over? The Wyatt Six. There's 6 of them. You know what I mean? Are they just going to take it over? What's going to happen? I'm excited. I'm intrigued. You know, I want to see what's going to go happen tonight on SmackDown. You know what I mean? And plus, really, you booked a murder. You had Chad Gable, and anybody who is not familiar with wrestling, doesn't know who Chad Gable is, just Google, type up Chad Gable on YouTube, and you'll see the last picture of him as a wrestler. Tell me what that looks like. That looks like I said on my other show. Looks like he got whacked with a bullet to the head. Bullet right to the temple. Ba-boom. Silent killer. Don't even hear it when it happens, just like Bobby Bacala said. You know what I mean? My little dirt sheets. The dirt sheets. The dirt sheets. Everything's on the dirt sheets. Who killed WCW? This goes on and on and on in mine. There'll never be, like I said, one person. But some of the more stuff that I saw this week on it, and people you go back and you look at, there was a thing that Kevin Nash had on there. And it was back then, it was like the New Blood, the Young Blood, versus the $1 Million Club, which was the older wrestlers, Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger, Kevin Nash, Ric Flair, Diamond Dallas Page, against all the newer guys that are nobodies now. Nobody knows them. But they were back then in 2000, WCW was trying to push these guys. You know what I mean? Vampiro, fucking, what's his name? Van Hammer. Dudes like that. I mean, Van Hammer's been around forever anyway. I remember watching him as a little freaking kid. But all these guys, Billy Kidman, who's like this, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, Rey Mysterio's cool, but he's still this big. I mean, I know they put the world title on him in WWF, or WWE, my bad. It'll always be WWF to me. I'm old school. So, whatever. But, no, I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But like I said, you know, you can't put it at one thing. But the bloodbath was supposed to be the young blood coming down, hitting Kevin Nash, right? So Kevin Nash is sitting there saying, like, I'm right here. The blood comes down, fucking hits him right next to it. Kevin Nash is just standing there like, are you for real? Like, and he's like, and then it shows him in the present watching it, and he's just like, now you look at that, where no blood's hit me, and I'm just standing there in the ring, and Vince Russo's sitting there talking shit to me, or the finger poke of doom. At least the finger poke of doom gave you something. Vince Russo just had a bunch of ideas, and Vince Russo was the guy that basically created the Attitude Era. But real quick, I want to back that up. The Attitude Era, basically, Eric Bischoff was Mr. McMahon before Mr. McMahon. You know what I mean? Eric Bischoff, they all started that Attitude Era stuff in WCW when Nash and Hall came in. And WCW exploded. It was doing great. For 83 weeks, they destroyed Monday Night Raw. From July 12th, 1996 to April 13th, 1998, WCW Monday Nitro beat Monday Night Raw for 83 weeks. The whole year of 1997. Monday Night Raw did not have one win over Monday Nitro. So you got to give them, the WCW wrestling, and Eric Bischoff a little credit, because they did take it to Vince McMahon and WWF. But like Bischoff said, the WWF just came around and just said, we're gonna throw everything out the window, and all of a sudden you had Break It Down, Suck It, Austin 316, saying 316, I just whooped your ass, stunning everybody and their mother. You know what I mean? Flipping off everybody. You had the Nation of Domination, the Disciples of Apocalypse. It looked like the friggin' Farrakhan's Nation versus friggin' the Skinheads. You know what I mean? It was friggin' crazy. You know what I mean? It was the Attitude Era. It was the 90s. It was great. You know what I mean? You had Goldust walking around like he had inserted tits in him. Or actually he wanted to get implants. He told Goldust, Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' brother, half-brother, told Vince McMahon, well, Vince, if you want to, I'll get breast implants for the character Goldust, as the character was evolving. True story. Yeah. But yeah, The Monday Night Wars were crazy. You know, I could do I've done shows that were kind of generic and, you know, I didn't really put my full effort into them. But I could do a 6-part show on, you know, the Monday Night Wars, who killed WCW. There's a lot of stuff, you know. The Bash at the Beach 2000, when Vince Russo went himself for business for himself and had Jeff Jarrett lay down for Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? And, I mean, that killed it. You know what I mean? That didn't kill it alone. That was one of the things that killed it. You lost Hulk Hogan. That was Hulk Hogan's last appearance ever in WCW, was Bash at the Beach 2000. Ironically, 3 years or 4 years before that was the formation. Bash at the Beach 1996 was the formation of the NWO, which would take wrestling to heights it would never see again, along with the Attitude Era, you know, same timeline that we've never seen since. And I don't know if we ever will see that again. But like I said, I don't know where you go on with WWE from there. AEW, nothing really big happening there for me. I know Will Ospreay's going to be fighting Swerve for the AEW title. And I know MJF, my guy, is going to be fighting Will Ospreay. I don't see the big thing with Will Ospreay. He just flips around. He's like an Ospreay. He just flips. That's not what wrestling's about, brother. Wrestling's, it's a movie. We tell stories. That's what wrestling's about. And in the short term of it, that's what it is. A short answer, wrestling, it's a story. That's what it is. It's a man's soap opera. Women like it too. It could be whatever you want it to be. You know what I mean? But it's entertaining to me. So I entertain yous. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. That's how it is. And all of them back then, WWF back then, it's WWE now, and WCW were all influenced by ECW, which is right here in Philadelphia. All were influenced. Both companies, especially the WWE, was influenced by ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, right here in Philadelphia. This is Joey G. I'm signing off. Philadelphia Phillies, baby. Should be talking about them more. Bryce Harper, baby. The squad. The team. I don't want to jinx us and say any World Series plans yet. You know what I mean? It's too early for that, but we are playing great ball all across the boards. All across the boards. I hope the Florida Panthers win it tonight in the Stanley Cup. If they don't, we're going to a Game 7, and I think if it goes 7 games, Edmonton will win. But it won't be history they pull off because it's been done before. This is Joey G. I'm signing off. Like I said, I'll be doing that Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan thing. Would they 8-peat? I'm going to be doing that. That's coming up. Taking some time with that. Joey G. out.